dear friends, and welcome to Mystic Star Magic. I am so happy that you are here as we find out what's happening with you this week. So we have oracle cards and tarot cards, and it's going to be a whole bunch of information. So this is really wonderful. If you are new here, welcome. If you're one of my older friends, I'm so happy you are back here with me. Alright, so let me show you each pile. There's group 1 is right here, group 2 is over here, group 3, group 4, group 5, and if you want any information on the oracle cards or how to book a personal reading or of course donate to the channel, all the information is on the description down below. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. Clear our mind as we close our eyes. And now as we exhale and open our eyes, choose whichever pile draws you to it. Alright, let's do this. Hello, group 1. Okay, let's find out about this week for you. So, we have this beautiful card. Miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. So look at this. Oh, you have no idea. It's actually like, well, these are actually, it's an interesting thing because it seems like those are leaves, fall leaves, and this is Lady Winter. And I feel like it's almost like saying here, and these are all kind of clouds that are here. So what I'm seeing for this week for you, and this is kind of the overall energy and advice that we have, a little bit more, but still this is kind of what represents a lot of it, is there are many miracles and blessings, even in like things where I feel like in endings is what I'm seeing here. It's also like almost like those clouds that you had are now turning to like there's a sense of clarity. So that confusion that you had, it's clearing, and in that you're going to be able to see the miracles and the blessings in it. So when you feel like things are like, oh no, things are not working out, but they really are. There's blessings in them. You just may not see it. And that's always been something that I know, like let's say like when you have a certain moment where you're just like, oh my goodness, things aren't working out, but in reality, let's say they really are. It's like you just were needing to let go of something, like those leaves. You needed to let those leaves go and to allow new growth to come in, right? That's what the tree does. Like right in the fall, all the leaves fall off, and it's actually like, it could be very sad if you think that there's not going to be new leaves coming, but it is. It's actually just making way for something new. So I feel like miracles and blessings are coming your way this week. And look at this, you have the cow, which is nourishment, abundance, asking and receiving. And there is a sense here also of asking and receiving with an open hand, right? So we do have this. If you're needing blessings and miracles, I highly recommend, like, asking for them. Not from other people, but praying. Maybe that's like, I'm very much a strong proponent of prayer. I don't know if you know this about me, but I do. It really is something that it has helped me in my life. So that's why I always recommend it for others. So there is a sense of asking and receiving here. So if you're needing something, if you're needing those miracles, or if you're needing those blessings, asking for them is a great way of doing it. And not like, it's not a demanding, but really just asking. Like be willing to see everything as a gift though. Like, we can't, sometimes we get caught up in what I like to call the Maya, or the Maya, or the drama of like other people's reality or something like that, or even our own, right? Sometimes they're like, oh my goodness, but really, if we can shift our perspective, and that's why we love the Hangman energy, there's always a blessing or like miracles to be seen. Let's see what other stuff. I can speak, I really can. Tarot has for us today. So we have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Hermit Mode, and then we have the Magician. Oh, so look at this. I actually am trying to, like, how do I get it so that you don't, like, okay, maybe this way. Okay, well, there we go. We have these beautiful energies. So Four of Pentacles. It's a sense of here, oh my goodness, and there's like a sense here of like wrapping of the mouth. Again, it's that Four of Pentacles, like there's just a need for speaking things here. I don't know if that makes sense, but really if you're needing assistance or if you need some sort of blessings coming in, always asking for it is good. The Four of Pentacles lets us know. It's almost feeling kind of it's the Four of Pentacles, but it's also reminding me a lot of the Four of Cups, whereas there's a sense of like they're not high up, they're kind of just like you know, like there's a sense of apathy here, a closing off, if you will. But look, this person is just doesn't quite look that happy, but look at all the like she's abundant, like look at that necklace and everything, but it's not acknowledging that. And the Four of Pentacles is usually like trying to hold on to things rather than like letting go, because we kind of are trying to like sort of in a sense of fear, right? Because it is kind of right before the Five of Pentacles, so you're trying to kind of hold on to things. Here we have the Hermit Mode, I'd like to call it. So maybe you're not feeling like you are wanting to be out and about, but I feel like it's almost like you have like again, this is like the veil of Maya for some reason. It's like this, it's sort of like to me it's sort of the clouds. Something has been clouding your real vision, your almost judgment. Something's clouding you. And then I feel like the Hermit Mode is what it's going to like bring down that illusion, or bring down that, like whatever those clouds, whatever that's been, the confusion, whatever it is that's been doing the Hermit. So instead of like looking externally, kind of gotta turn within yourself. That's what I'm seeing here. There's also a sense of the Magician, which is letting us know again, you can and you are, you know, manifesting these blessings. Like that is something that you have the power to do, but sometimes you don't allow yourself to do it by being in a state of neither giving, like not accepting, like kind of closing yourself off. You're like in a sense of just non-recognizing what you do have, but it's also just kind of like closing off. You just don't want to give or receive. It's just that kind of energy. But it's all about this. Like that's the abundance. That's the cow that comes in from giving and receiving. There's that. There has to be a balance. And the Magician just drawing in all this manifestation energy. So I feel like you definitely have the power for it. Maybe something, like I said, I feel like something within you is blocking it. I was thinking today of the spider and how the spider actually creates a web. They don't know if they're going to actually catch any bugs there. They hope that they will, but they don't really focus on like, am I going to catch this bugs in this area? Like they don't think about it. They think about like the creating of the web. And I don't know why, that I feel like that's something that is important to you to hear. It's like not focusing so much on I would say like the trying to capture something, but rather the act of maybe opening yourself up. If you open yourself up, I feel like maybe the results will not be what you want, but it will be what you could be even better than you anticipated. Yeah, look at that. You are gaining speed. I love that, because you are like, there is like, you have the Magician there. You are like, if you can go within yourself and see what that clouds and confusions are, you'll actually be able to bring into that manifestation coming through here. We do have also for your love for this week, there is some sort of travel coming through. So maybe you'll be traveling for love, or maybe you'll be in travel and you'll be finding love that way. It's pretty cool. So I do like this. But look at this. You are, regardless of what's happening here, there is a gaining of speed. And there's also like going to be like a full moon this week, and there's some energy there that's a bit intense. So maybe that, I feel like you're going to release some of that. That's where the Magician's coming in from. There's going to be some releasing of this Four of Pentacles and this clouds and illusion. So maybe that's what it is. Be on the lookout for that video, because I'm going to be doing reading for it as well. So look at this. This is the fortune. This is for this week. It's all about raising your vibrations, and it really is about that. It's actually, you have blessings and miracles, but everything has its gift, right? Even the falling of the leaves, even the winter that comes after it, there's a sense of recognizing it. So instead of being in like the clouds and the confusion, allowing yourself to see the potential of things. I think that's what I'm seeing here. It's very beautiful energy. And look at those, look. Make a wish with the dandelion in the wind, and look, and what does the wish come through? Even that, right? Like I said, speak whatever it is that you desire. It could be a wish, it could be a prayer, whatever it is, however you feel comfortable doing it. But there is a need for you to, you've been blocking, especially your mouth. There's a need for you to speak it. Whatever it is that you need, right? And even what you want, speak it out loud. Or make a wish on the dandelion. Make a wish on the stars. Pray, whatever it is, however you do it, there's a need for you to speak it out so that it can come to you. So I think that's a beautiful way to end this reading. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do consider liking and subscribing. It helps the channel grow, and I'm very grateful for that. I am very appreciative of you being here, sharing your energy, sharing your time, and of course sharing your journey with me. Until I see you in the next one, bye-bye, my dear friends. My friends from group 2, so you chose this beautiful card, so and I love that it has the word choose. So it's all about choosing love. You always have a choice. Make yours with love. If this is a week where you're trying to figure out, maybe you're thinking between different things, you have choices, maybe you're feeling like you're in the Two of Swords energy this week, you see, or even I feel like the Seven of Cups energy here too. So you're not sure what to do. There's so many options for you, or like I said, for some of you maybe it's like a choice between two things. For some of you it's like there's a whole bunch of options. Remember that love, choose with your heart, choose from love, not from fear, right? Often we go from, instead of because there's a sense here, if you can actually see, there's a little shadow here in this person's and then we have this, but look at all these things. When they think about all the fun, all the things that they want to do, there's a different in colors, there's brightness here. So yes, don't choose from a place of fear. If that's where it's leading you, take a step back and see it for that. And instead, choose from your heart. Not so much from anywhere else. Let's see what other stuff is coming through. So we have stack, trust and thrive, right? When we trust the things, right? When we choose love, right? When we make our choice from love rather than fear, right? From faith rather than fear, we have this sense of trust that things are working out, and then we are actually thriving. I really like that combination, and this is a very strong message for this week. So whenever you're, I feel like, in a state of especially if you're between two things and you're I don't know, your heart is actually guiding you to one, but your mind is telling you, no, listen to the heart right there. That's where this is where it's going to come here, and take that leap of faith, if you will. Let's go see what the tarot has for us. Queen of Pentacles, abundance already. We can see that. The Emperor, action, needing action to be taken. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. So in reverse, and this came in reverse, and it was really interesting because of how it I don't usually have reversals, but I do take them when they come. Because it's actually something that doesn't happen every day. So there is a sense here, what I'm seeing here, especially with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and something that I've been loving about the reversals. It's like a card wants to show up, but it's not like they're not there. It could have just not come, but It's there, but it's in reverse. So it's a need for me paired with the Emperor. It's a need for you to take action, right? You make that choice. You need to actually start moving forward, right? Once you make that decision, once you decide, I'm going to choose whatever path your heart is leading you to, you need to start taking action. The Emperor is an action, especially inspired action. So it needs that. That's the energy that's come through here. You need to kind of move forward. And in a sense here with the Queen of Pentacles is being assured. Even like, look at this. There's a sense of confidence as you move forward because you do have it. You are very abundant. You have more abundance and a lot more strength than you give yourself credit for. There is with the Stag, and with this, it's like a sense also of needing to ground. So, and even with the Emperor here, sort of like a grounding energy here. It's not, but with action, not being stagnant is what I'm seeing here. So this week is about moving forward with confidence. I feel like that's what it is. Moving forward, no longer if you've been in even if you've been in like something where you feel stuck with that Seven of Pentacles, because Seven of Pentacles is about patience, is about things just waiting like for naturally for things to occur, and that's not a bad thing. But what I'm seeing here, since it's reversed, it's like, nope, it's time for you to start taking action, like not just waiting but taking action here. From a place, of course, of like inspired action, not just like random action, not like coming from fear, but rather coming from faith or from love. That's what I'm seeing here. Let's see what other things. Yeah. I love that though, because I'm like, oh, Seven of Pentacles is telling us to wait. I'm like, okay. Because I'm like, I just said the opposite. No, I didn't. I do like how things are like that. So you're waiting for this inspired action and for the choice to come from heart. You've been maybe acting from a place of fear, or maybe inaction from a place of fear. Like when we're scared and we don't know, right? We can't just often a lot of the choices we can't make is because we are coming from a place of fear. So once that the puzzle piece is here, and that puzzle piece is your heart, your faith, coming in, and that's the puzzle piece that's been missing. That's why you've been not putting it on, because there's a sense of needing to trust, right? And then you can thrive. So there it is. That's the puzzle piece. Let's see what your love is coming for this week. We have determined. Also a very strong Emperor energy. So maybe for some of you, like your divine masculine is showing up this week for you. But there's a sense of determination to move forward here. For some, and it feels like maybe it's actually like, for me, it's interesting because it's like, that's not really your energy. I feel like it's somebody else's. Like somebody else is determined to move something along in terms of love here. So this is going to be interesting. Actually, I can't help it. I'm so nosy. Let me just see what that is. What is this determined doing here? Determined doing here. Okay, so something from the Five of Cups. What's this determined doing here? What's this determined here? Yeah, okay. So I feel like there's a determination, either that you are moving away from this Four of Cups, or determination for some of you. Let's say, I didn't mean to get it complicated, but we were going to go. For some of you who are in separation, whatever this person, whoever this is determined to kind of keep their guard up, or actually even the Nine of Wands is actually the same determined energy. They do have a bit of a wall up here, and there's this Five of Cups energy here of kind of still not noticing. You're still focusing on past regrets and not noticing the love that's being offered. So maybe for some of you, you have this energy, but it feels like for me that it might be a significant other, whoever that is, whether they're in your life currently or not, is there. But I do like that the sun is coming out there. So I do feel like, that's the message overall this week, is to really focus on love in itself. You can overcome a lot of things. Maybe you're finally overcoming this Five of Cups energy. So for some of you, like I said, that's just like if you're in separation, that might be for the message here. But for overall message for everybody, what I'm seeing here is this: instead of focusing on the five of like the Three of Cups or like the spilled milk, we need to move forward. We need to start seeing the Two of Cups and like knowing that victory is almost upon us, like, or the end of a cycle is upon us. Like the Nine of Wands is followed by the Ten of Wands, which yes, there's a heaviness in there, but there's like, that's the ending of the cycle. I do like that there's like flowers on these actual like trees here, and that the sun is either setting or starting. So like that a lot. So you're determined, moving forward from love, moving towards love. That could be something here. Do that. Pursue your passion. Look at that. That's all about that, right? What is pursuing your passion? Following your heart. You know, in many ways, we often, again, it's almost like you're battling your own like fear. You're battling what that is, and it's saying here like very clearly, this week is about following your heart, your love. Like, you know, choose love. That's the choice. That's where the love is coming from. And then we have for your advice for the week is to learn. Take a lesson from the owls. Deeply observe the night, and you'll become a little wiser in the day. And that to me, the night, it could be your shadows, or maybe shadows from somebody else. Like looking at the, observing maybe what the confusion was, or where you are, where the fear is. Can you look at that fear and and look down into it and see where it's coming from? And you can actually see, you can be able to see the roots of where it's all coming from. So I do like this. Also, for some of you, the owls, is also comes through your dreams. So maybe looking at your dreams this week is important as well. I think I'm going to leave it here, but I'm so grateful for you to be here. Thank you so much for sharing your energy, sharing your time, of course, sharing your journey with me. Until I see you in the next one, I am sending you so much love, so much light. Bye-bye, my dear friends. My friends from group 3, you chose this one. Love who you are. I feel like it's almost like to me, this is like a phoenix rising or a glow up. Okay, so this week is all about you are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things that life has to offer you. It's almost like your sail, yeah, because this is a ship and it's moving forward. So it's like letting go of that things which have been making you feel stuck. It's like really appreciating who you are. Oh, I love this energy. It's time, my friends. It's time. You've probably been like, oh, in the past. Now it's time for you to like set sail and move forward. For some of you, maybe going on an actual trip might be where you feel this sense of liberation. That's what I feel like. That. Oh, very beautiful. It's also the 8 is really calling me, so that's like abundance coming through. Look at that. Swan. Oh, this is perfect together. And they have swan. So transformation, trusting the psychic gifts. So maybe you do have psychic gifts, but it's also like a sense, like it is a sense of transformation, opening yourself up. And like for some of you, it is a sense of a glow up, if you will, because it's like love who you are. You're like, oh. And then we have the swan from, like, you know, maybe you're thinking of the ugly duckling and then you turn into a swan, you know, like that's the energy that I feel here, recognizing your true worth coming. That's beautiful. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the 9 of Pentacles, and then we have the King of Wands. So look at that. It's almost like here we go from the 9 of Swords. This is what it is like. Maybe you are worried, you're in a state of like here you can even see the flowers are kind of all dead. There's a sense of disempowerment here and here. Look at this 9 of Pentacles, complete and total. Like, if this doesn't show you, like, look at that pose right there. Confidence. This is 100% confidence. So a need for confidence, and part of it is coming through with this King of Wands, which I have to say looks a little shady to me. But what I feel like here, or for some of you, maybe this King of Wands is going to play an important role. Right? Maybe in the past, this person like made you feel like you were all worried, but now with this confidence, it's like, well, maybe you're going to attract somebody new. But for others of you, I feel like this confidence is also like the King of Wands is actually very confident. They're very determined in a sense, and they're also like, they know what they want and they go after it. And that's part of this Nine of Pentacles energy, because it's like confidence can allow you to determine what you want and go after it. So maybe that's what I'm seeing here. Letting go, transforming from this fear-driven person, right? This person who worries, this person who has like the little flowers disheveled looking, to like this confidence and this transformation here. Love who you are, have confidence, and allow yourself to pursue what it is that you want with this King of Wands. Especially if it's like creative and entrepreneurial or passionate, just go with it. That's what I'm seeing here. And I love this. Yes, start now. Don't allow the fear to prevent you from moving. And I feel like that's actually kind of like a message for all the sorry that there's so much noise. That's the message that I'm seeing here for all the decks this week. For the pile. Sorry. Hopefully you can hear me. All right. So this is love, the love card for what it was. And so you were feeling in this state of trapped, right? I want you to see this difference. The Nine of Swords, you were feeling trapped in love. You were feeling something was keeping you trapped, because this is our love card. Maybe in the past, whatever it is, this sense of like not being able to move forward, or maybe like the fear of not being enough, whatever it is, it's going away because you're choosing. It's a sense of coming. You have to choose to be confident. You have to choose to love who you are, and to start, even if it's a small step, if that glow up is coming. I do want to see what this trap is doing here. It's like, I'm like, ooh. Yeah, look at this. I love this. Okay, so you were trapped, but now the time is coming forward. It's the healing time. You're ready for healing. And you also have like this water flowing, dumping what doesn't work for you anymore. Dumping what doesn't work for you anymore. Just moving forward, allowing things to heal. It's like, you got this, my friends. Just let the healing commence. Let go of that Nine of Swords and move instead to this Nine of Pentacles energy. Let's see what other. Your luck will change. Yes, it is changing. Look at this. Once you choose that confidence, once you choose to allow yourself to be who you truly are and to love yourself who you are, your luck is going to change completely. You're going to get that. But the rainbow does come after the rain, my friends. So uncertainty. The shades of gray within the fog will eventually lift. And then we can see the fog here is the trapped energy. It's the uncertainty. It's like that's what's keeping you that Nine of Swords energy. You want certainty, but you can maybe not be certain with anything in your circumstances outside, but you could definitely have certainty within yourself. And that's what I'm seeing here. Maybe it is not like we cannot control circumstances, but we can control our own thoughts and our own on how we perceive things. And that's important. You have a lot of power here that you haven't been acknowledging. You've been maybe thinking that you have none, but look, you have healing and you have power. It is coming here for you, my friends. So do not give it away. Even if things seem uncertain, the clouds and the rain will lift and the rainbow will be coming in and your luck will change. So I do really love this beautiful energy group 3. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do consider commenting. Well, commenting is cool, but liking or subscribing, it really does help the channel grow, and it just kind of keeps me going forward. I appreciate you being here, sharing your time, sharing your energy, and of course sharing your journey. Until I see you in the next one, bye bye, my dear friends. Friends from group 4, you chose this beautiful card, and this is all about the union of the heart, the union of hearts. So a love connection defies explanation, but it could also be, so for some of you, this is like a week where you are connecting to your significant other. Whether if they're not in with you, maybe you can be doing it in your dreams, or it is a connecting of your own, like, I don't know why. I normally would say like your masculine and feminine, but for me, it's actually your desires and, it's desires in reality. It's almost like there's I don't know why, it's like your heart's desires are coming through, or like are uniting with the possibilities. I don't know why that's the kind of message I'm getting. Maybe it's the trees that is like there's growth here or something. But it's almost like what you want wants you. That's the message here. I'm like, what you want wants you, and that's the sort of energy that's coming through this week. So we do have that. I like that a lot. And well, of course, for some of you, then, there is still that connection, that love connection with significant other. Oh, I like this because there is a sense here of the flowers, and here's a sense of the ivy. And for me, there's like ivy, there's magic in it, and the flowers is like beauty and like, of course, abundance. Yeah, ivy is protection too for me, protection and magic. Those are the associations I have with that. So that might be something that's coming there for you. I'm also noticing the birds, or maybe like messages coming through as well for you, especially if you're like in separation, or if you're you don't even know this person. There might be like messages coming through in like through signs or through pieces of conversation. Almost feels like that. Okay, and let's see what other. You actually have two of these guys. We have the butterfly here, so there's a sense of beauty. Yeah, that's the. You see, that's the. There's definitely transformation because butterflies do, but here, sense of beauty coming through here, and the flowers really do remind me of beauty, and of course abundance. So beauty, and then there's a sense of independence and healthy boundaries. Because even though it's the union of hearts, there is still two independence here. But for me, I don't know why it is. It's like what you want wants you. Let's actually put this over here. Maybe there's a sense of balancing here, of acknowledging, maybe for some of you, this is actually pretty big. Especially if you're, like maybe you were a bit codependent in the past, and now you've actually acknowledged the sense of independence coming through here, and you're happy with this independence, right? Like you can be with like in union, but still be okay by yourself, and that's actually a very important thing. And it's almost like recognizing the beauty in yourself and recognizing the beauty in the world as well. But again, senseless transformation is coming here. The cat was also for me very much like this, like I said, like this, it just feels like there's some sort of psychic energy coming through here. It's very beautiful, the psychic energy, but there is a psychic energy, whether it's like signs, like I said, signs, or like messages coming through, like with those birds, through dreams, through actual like sometimes. It's sort of weird when I hear a song and sort of like when I'm thinking about something and I hear a song that kind of responds to the whatever question or whatever thought I was having at the time. That could be a sign for you as well. Let's see what we have here. So we have the Page of Swords. That's interesting. We have the Tower, and then we have the Ten of Wands. Okay. All right. So my friends, I'm seeing here an interesting thing where we will talk about. This Page of Swords is actually very much reminding me of this cat energy, this independence energy. Page of Swords is like something that needs to be spoken, again, like with the birds, like some sort of communication is important, whether it's like through your psychically, or if it's actually like an actual conversation that you will have. Now, what I'm seeing here is that the the Tower is definitely very important. It's the focus of this reading. But I wanted to see where it's coming from. And I feel like what it's coming from, because the Tower doesn't just show up. The Tower is almost like we kind of ask for it, whether we acknowledge it or not, whether we, it's like something we've been wanting, right? And we've been kind of like, you've been wanting something, and yet we keep blocking ourselves from having it. So then the Tower comes and clears stuff, right? And here what I'm seeing that's clearing it, we're going to clarify even more, but it's like clearing this Ten of Wands. You've taken on too much, like things that are not even yours, I feel like. So you're just like, you're weighed down by something, and so the Tower is going to come here, and this is why it's also this Page of Swords of Clarity. The Tower is going to come here, and it's going to clear that all away. I will not say that it is not a bit intense, because the Tower is intense. We even hear, I feel like we even have this kind of like, it's interesting because it's sort of like throwing off a chair, but instead, look, there's one chair up there instead, and that's, I feel like, that independence that's coming through. So let's actually see what this Tower is all about. Let's, because I mean, why not? Let's clarify this. This is needs a little clarification. I actually even want to clarify everything, but let's do clarify, like, what is the Tower doing here? What is the Tower doing here? Yeah. Tower doing here. 8 of Wands, so there, yeah. So it's like this energy that you are feeling stuck. There's no moving forward, and so the Tower came in here, and it's going to clear something out of your way so that you can start moving forward again. You needed momentum, my friend. You needed momentum. What is this Page of Swords doing here? What's this Page of Swords doing here? What's this Page of Swords doing here? 5 of Wands, yeah. Okay, so there's some sort of, whether it's internal or whether internal conflict or if you're having to do with like external ones, where you're having maybe competition, or if it's not competition, it's sort of like you're having, what is it that we want to call it? Not competition, but maybe conflict. That's right. So there's a sense of conflict coming through here, and the only way for it to clear up is this, well, first of all, like putting boundaries up, right? It's like I said, this is like the cat, and this is kind of like echoing itself. So healthy boundaries and independence. There's a sense of needing to speak out speaking out those boundaries, maybe even, or like saying a truth that needs to be told. I almost feel like that, to end that conflict, right? Whatever it is, or just to be like, hey, I'm not, could even be where you just say, hey, I'm not gonna go through this drama with you. Whatever it is, like, you're just like, don't involve me in it. I'm not in this drama. It could even be that. What is this 10 of Wands doing here? What is this 10 of Wands doing here? What's this 10 of Wands doing here? Temperance, patience, balance, patience, balance. It's all like, yeah, okay. So I would say, like, there is a need for moving forward, but even with this 10 of Wands, I feel like the temperance, I'm going to say, like, yes, there's a sense of patience, but to me, it's actually, like, I think a sense of balancing itself out. You're taking on too much. Something, like, it's not even, I feel like it's not even your own stuff that you're taking on. You're taking on stuff for others. And so here we are, it's like the universe is trying to balance this out. It's like, nope, you've actually probably been asking, I'm like, I have to take care of everything, blah, 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 right? Maybe even complaining whether you know it or not. You're like, oh, it's not fair, right? And so the universe is here, and it's going to say, you're right, it's not fair. And so we're going to give you this Tower because you've been blocking something, you've been wanting something, you've been blocking it with taking on all this stuff, how it comes into being. And you need to move forward now. This 8 of Wands is like, we need to help you move forward. You need to find this balance. So boom, the Tower happens. So but my advice here is, if, put your boundaries up. And if this drama, like whatever drama is around you, if it's not yours, don't take it. That's what I'm seeing here. It's like, don't take it. Just even be with this Page of Swords, like clarity of speaking it. It's like, this doesn't involve me, or like this isn't, like, I don't need this right now, like this drama. Like, you don't have to get involved in the drama of others. Never do. Okay, let's keep going. Maybe we're going on a trip, my friends. And it could be like this 8 of Wands is coming through here. Maybe I feel like it's like you've been stuck with this 10 of Wands. Something's been blocking you, and now it's time for you to move forward. This is the Love card for this week, so it's all about beginnings. You're taking steps towards new beginnings, and how do we take the steps to new beginnings? We have to end something, and that's the Tower. Tower ends whatever it is that it ends. It's like, it's what I always feel is like the Tower is always there for us to clear the slate, right? And whatever stays is what's important, and whatever goes was not. It's very it's a bit thing, but that is kind of what we need to do. And look at that, we have make time for fun. That's kind of really cool. And then overcome adversity, and you will overcome it. And I love that. Whatever adversity, and you think that adversity is the tower, but the tower is not actually the adversity. It was what caused you to have a tower to begin with. That was the adversity. The tower is there to clear the path for you. So it does it in a very intense manner. I will not say this, that it's not intense, because it is. And it's also coming through here with a, like, you know, as I'm filming this is a timeless reading, but this, for this, it could be like there's a strong full moon coming this week. So for some of you, just around Wednesday, be careful, especially. And then we have journey again. We have trip and journey. So branch out to new worlds. And in order to branch out into new worlds, we have to, almost feels like, let go of this 10 of Wands. Things that are no longer serving us, we need to let go of. So I hope you like this reading, group 4. I enjoyed doing it. It was very insightful. If you did like this, please do like and subscribe. It helps me. It helps the channel grow, and it just helps me coming back. I truly appreciate you being here. I truly appreciate you sharing your energy, sharing your time, and of course sharing your journey with me. Until I see you in the next one. Bye-bye, my dear friends. My friends from group 5. Oh, I love this. You chose this beautiful one, and it's called about having patience. Have patience. Love is patient and kind always. It's also like, I feel like it's patience as things starts to manifest, especially your dreams. It's also like having patience also maybe with your inner self here, because that's totally like, for me, like a child. Almost feels like whatever it is that you've been dreaming, and you kind of have it. And now this is interesting, because it's like other piles were a little different energy, and this one, it feels like having patience with yourself. And I also feel like having patience to allow the universe to help you build these dreams. I almost feel like there's a sense here that if you're in the beginning stages of something, and how you wouldn't want to rush a child in learning how to walk, or a child learning how to do things for the first time. You don't want to rush them. Having that ability to give yourself that space here is very important this week. And it feels to me almost very much a little bit of a hermit mode even. Just being gentle with yourself this week. That's what I would say. See what other stuff. Okay, we have the serpent. So we have knowledge and healing. I think it's actually knowledge comes from healing. And so what I'm seeing here, it is like maybe this patience coming as you are healing something right now, because like I said, it's sort of like there is a need to go deep within yourself. And this is definitely a lotus flower, so it feels like it's coming from like I would say like the gung stuff, like the dirt and soil, but it's also, for me, those dirt and soil is more like confusion. As you're gaining clarity, right? As you're gaining clarity into you, or maybe even like a new idea or whatever it is. This is like, to me, very young, so it's like something new. As you're gaining clarity, there is like the healing process that comes through with it, and you gathering knowledge, but you have to like listen. I would say like this enlightenment, right, in a sense of awakening yourself, takes time. And it also feels like it takes time, and it takes some time for you to like also like go within yourself, or like have time by yourself. Maybe you've been feeling overwhelmed, especially if there's new knowledge coming in for you as well. Let's see what other things are coming. We have the 10 of Cups, so look at that fulfillment. We have the High Priestess, that makes sense, and then we have the 6 of Pentacles. So let's look at that 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is like this happiness, this joy, fulfillment coming through. Well, this 10 of Cups is actually quite interesting, because I like how there's like almost like a queen energy to it. So for it's I don't know why I'm like, to me this is important, the 2 feathers. It's sort of like maybe learning something in terms of going 2 different directions, even though they seem like you can't intertwine them. Somehow it all makes sense. I don't know if for some of you that make, like, I'm not even sure, but like I feel like the Ten of Cups is, of course, happiness and joy, but I feel like it's like you're going in different directions. Excuse my tummy. Going in different directions, or you have different ideas that you think that can't cohabitate, but they can. These two different ideas. That's what I'm seeing here, and there can be this happiness in them. And the High Priestess is, again, kind of like listening to your intuition. It is thinking. There's a sense here, because even like how the pose is like in thought process, there's a sense of thinking coming through. So it feels like, for me, this week is for you. It is really not a week of action per se, but more about thinking. And the thought process here is with this Six of Pentacles, this energy of giving and receiving. So it's a sense of, for me, accepting, right? Especially if you've been giving, which I feel like, I don't know why I feel like that's what you've been doing. There's a sense of allowing like I said, the universe to help you. It's allowing the universe like to receive from people, from others. It's like allowing this to receive here, because you've been giving a lot. Let's see what other things. Yeah, take time to play. It's been like, even here, it's like your inner child. Maybe you've been like so busy with things that your inner child's like, oh, this is so boring. Life is so boring. Like you're like, and it's a reminder here. It's so important to play. It's so important to be like, let this nourishing of like the inner child, even in here where we have dreams, like where we want to dream of different things that we haven't done before, where we just get to play instead of being like so stuck in energy of like I want to say like in the drama of living, right? No, it's a sense of coming to play with it, with what we have. Like, just if you can take a day off and just play with things, like, I mean, seriously, go to the park and play a little bit. Maybe get yourself bubble wands there and like, just blow bubbles, or get chalk and draw on the sidewalk, or whatever it is that it is. It's sort of like, I think it's you need to give that time to yourself this week. Let's see what your love is coming through. So some sort of love offer is coming this week. So that's interesting. Some sort of offer coming through. What it is, I don't know. Could be like where you've been wanting something and it's being offered. I do feel like it's coming from the universe again. It's like, I feel like you've been working really hard, struggling through to make something happen. Well, the universe is saying like, no, like patience, my friend. I'm on it. I'm working on it. And instead of you focusing on trying to like trudge through it, or like effort yourself through it, play, have fun with things, and kind of forget that, and it'll come to you right away, because that's just sort of what it is. The happiness that you want, it's wanting to be yours. Yeah. Okay, let's look at that. Transformation is near. Yeah, it is, because I really do see that lotus flower. It's like you're awakening to something. And the High Priestess there is also letting me know. It's like you're awakening more to your power here. But I feel like there was stuff that's kind of like keeping you from that. It's like weighing you down, or whatever it is that those worries were, where you're like, oh my goodness. I also feel like, since we have the Six of Pentacles, maybe you're feeling not like you don't have abundance, but there is abundance for you. There is natural. It's like you were giving in the past and now it's coming back, but you have to have patience with it and yourself. All right, let's see what other things. Look at that growth. Oh, I love it. So the tallest oak tree once started as a seed. Don't be afraid to start something new. And it is, again, it's the child. Like, there's something like beginning small here, a child, like whatever it is. It's like there is a sense of growth, but the growth, you cannot rush it, right? You cannot plant the seed and expect it to be a tree all right away, right? So there's a sense of acknowledging this. And if you can acknowledge this, and then maybe even forget about worrying about whether or not that seed is going to grow or not, and instead of play with it, you'll just like play something, go have fun, enjoy life, right? Whatever it is, not focusing on this one particular aspect of where you're feeling blocked in, and just kind of focus on something else that does bring you joy, where you get to play. Then, while you're doing all that, the seedling is already growing on its own, right? And then it'll actually come out in the plants, whatever it is that it is. But that is interesting, because A lot of the other piles, it was more like you need to actually take action. This one feels like not taking action, but rather playing. Kind of like you've been forcing things so strongly, and now it's time for you to take a little breather here. And that's what I feel like that's the universe telling you right here. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do consider liking and subscribing. It helps the channel grow and it helps me come back. I have to be honest. Like sometimes I'm like, because I go through this too, right? I'm sometimes in this way as well. So we are all in it. That's why I love the cards, because I understand your energy because I go through it myself, right? We're all learning and growing through this life process. So good times, good times. So thank you so much for being here and sharing your energy, sharing your time, of course, sharing your journey with me. Until I see you in the next one, bye-bye, my dear friends.